Hey guys, I'm basically going to show you how to pierce certain parts. Please do not try this unless you actually know what you're doing. This is for like some apprentices who are taking classes still. So what you want to do is take the jewelry you're going to use. In this case, we're going to do an eyebrow piercing, so we're going to use a curved barbell, and you want to measure the length of the bar against the eyebrow on the top and the bottom. Instead of using this, use a little pen to mark first. And so I have tiny pen marks, and I'm going to go ahead and go over those tiny pen marks with 2 dots of skin marker. And you can see that. Good job on there. Alright. And yes, I am using a baby doll for this, but it looks a lot better because it feels like real skin. And so, you're going to go ahead and get your jewelry ready. So I'm just taking one of the balls off, in this case spikes. Then you're going to want to get all of your station prepared. I already have my needle sitting in lubricant, my sterilized clamps, which I'm now going to tighten the rubber band on. So it's a little less than halfway. And I'm going to get my cleaning swab. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean the area. And then I'm going to dry it off with a medical wipe. And you'll notice that most of the marker comes off. That's fine as long as you can still see the dots. Alright, and what you're going to do is you're going to take your clamps and make sure that both holes are lined up on both sides and adjust it if needed. And you don't want to lock it. If you lock it, you're going to hurt whoever you're piercing. And you're going to take your needle, make sure it's nice and lubed up, because you don't want the needle getting stuck. So I got a nice big clump of surgical lube on the end. And if you're piercing someone else, you're going to line up your needle with the first hole, make sure it's still lined up with the second hole. And what you're going to do is you're going to tell them to breathe in and breathe out. And take a deep breath in and hold it. And then when you tell them to let the breath out, you're going to push it through. So, in, out, in, hold it, and let it out. Right through. And you're going to take your jewelry, and you're going to follow it through. Go ahead and screw the other ball on. Now, a lot of piercers take the needle off, or the clamps off before they put the jewelry in, but I find it easier to put the jewelry in and then take the needle off, or take the clamps off. I'm sorry I keep saying needle, I don't know why. Now I'm going to go ahead and release the clamps, being careful not to snag any of the spikes. I'm going to take that cleaning swab again, and clean the piercing, and there you go. Alright, now the second one we're going to do is, I think I need that same bar to piercing that we're going to do next. If I can't find my Labret bar, that is. So we're going to take this out, and I'm going to show you how to do another one. This time we're going to do a vertical labret. So turn it this way. So you're basically going to do the same thing, clean the area. And this time, instead of just marking straight through, we're going to mark, I hope you can see this. There should be like a little part of the lip that comes out. And you're not going to mark down, you're going to mark on the bottom of that little dip. And then you're going to mark where the lip comes out and touches the top lip. You're going to mark right there, making sure it's lined up. And so I have my dots lined up. And so I'm just going to take another and dry it off with another surgical wipe. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to line up both nose very carefully. And then I'm going to grab my needle, which is right here, and get it in the loop. Make sure you have some lubricant on the end. And then do the same thing. Oops. Just tighten it up. This thing's just a bit slippery. And so what we're going to do is we're going to line it up one more time. And we're going to line it up with the first dot. And do the same thing. In, out, in and hold it, and let it out. And for this one, I am going to take the clumps off first, because this is one of the ones where you have to push the needle through all the way, and where it can get easily stuck if you have the clamps on. So you're going to take a jewelry, line it up at the end, and have it follow through. And squeeze it on. And that's the vertical breath. And the last one I'm going to show you is just a standard ear piercing, which is pretty simple. Actually, this isn't the last one I lied. This is second to last. I have two more to show you. Okay. The next one is going to be septum. So, take your clamps, and you need to feel for the thing called a sweet spot inside the nose. So you're going to want to wear gloves for this one. You're going to want to wear gloves for all of these, but especially for this one. So, you put your fingers inside the nose and on the cartilage on the inside of the nose, push it all the way to the front and feel for a spot where there's no cartilage. It just feels like skin, really thin skin. And that's where you want to put your clamps at. Alright. This one really needs careful attention, just because it's a very sensitive part of the skin, and it will make your eyes water more than a regular nostril piercing. Alright, and so remember the same thing. Take the needle, already have lube on it, stick it into one side, and out, and hold it, and put it up. This is one of the most simple piercings to do. Alright, and now I'm going to use a horseshoe barbell, line it up at the end of the needle, and follow it through. And I'm not going to bother taking the ball and putting it on because I'm just going to take this one out. There you go, septum piercing. And the very last one I'm going to show you is a standard ear piercing. As you can see, I actually gauged this one's ears. This is a 6 gauge. And I have an orbital right here. So I'm going to take it on this side, and I'm going to do the conch piercing that it already has, but it's only with a standard regular earring. So I'm going to do it with this. And so you want to mark the spot on the inside of the ear where you want to go. It's a little bit big, but oh well. It's perfect. This. Same thing you've been doing, just clean the area. You return your needle. You're going to get the clamps and line it up at the back. This one is a very hard piercing to pierce because it's going through cartilage. So you want to take your ribbed up needle, and normally you do it from the back to the front because a lot of piercers pierce it with a Labret stud, but for this one we're going to go front to back so we can put the ring in. Alright, so you're going to put it there, and you're going to want to get the cork. Put that behind the ear, just so it doesn't go into the back of the head. And you're going to want to take that needle, line it up, breathe in and out, hold it, or in, hold it, and let it out. And you're gonna hear a crunch, and then it'll stab into the cork. Okay. So you're gonna want to take this off and slide the cork off. And you're gonna take the ring, line it up with the back of the needle, and follow through. And that is how you do 4 different piercings. Thanks! Till my next video, I'll talk to all of you guys soon. Bye!